What is going on, guys? This is Prodigy, and today I'm bringing you a video. Just want to talk to you guys about a little Call of Duty related topics. And if you've watched previous videos on my channel, you see I made a video saying that Call of Duty is dead. You know, it's just dead. When you compare it to what it once was, it's nowhere near as popular as it once was in previous years. So I consider the game dead because it's just not interesting. And this is based off of Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered. But the question here today is, can Call of Duty be revived? Can it be brought back to life and be put on the forefront of first-person shooters once again? You know, because obviously the World War II news came out that Call of Duty is going to go back to World War II, going to be boots on the ground, going to go back to classic gameplay and Call of Duty-esque combat. And so with all of that being said, can Call of Duty be revived? Can it be brought to its glory days once again? And the question is yes. It's very, not the question, the answer is yes. It's very possible, if they do it right, that Call of Duty can be revived. Now, there are a lot of people right now who are just so turned off from Call of Duty that they've given up on the franchise and they will never buy another game of Call of Duty again. You know, no matter what game comes out, they're just done with Call of Duty. They've moved on to other games or stopped playing games altogether. And there's that camp of people, which is fine. And it's to be expected, you know, after so long of having Activision and developers not really hear your cries or your requests for the game. You know, of course it's going to turn you off after a while if they just continue to do stuff that you don't agree with and don't support. So I understand that. But for the people who still have a little bit of hope, who still think that Call of Duty can go back to its glory days, I think this game will be for them, and this game will hopefully deliver on what we've all been wanting all along, which is classic boots on the ground Call of Duty combat. And I don't really see how it took them this long to realize that, because I mean, the community has made it clear that that's what they've wanted for a long time, but they just never delivered. It took them not gaining as many sales to finally realize that. Which makes sense, because obviously, if they're selling a lot of copies of a game, they're gonna keep continuing to build off the direction that game is going in. But obviously, Infinite Warfare didn't do that well sales-wise, so they decided to finally listen and make the combat back to what the community has been requesting all along, which is boots on the ground, old school. They took it all the way back to World War II, which is all the way back to the roots of Call of Duty. And hopefully we get a good game. Now, Sledgehammer is making the game, and they did make Advanced Warfare, which a lot of people didn't like. I didn't like Advanced Warfare, but it had some aspects of the game that, if built upon, could be promising. You know, there's a lot of things that they could do with the, a lot of things that they can take from Advanced Warfare and implement it in the right way to Call of Duty World War II that would make the game really good. For example, the game didn't look the best, but the gunfights were smooth. Like, the gameplay was smooth, and getting kills felt nice on the game. So and then I'm sure at this point they can improve on that, because, you know, we're in the future technology. But there's just a lot of certain things that they can take from the game to implement into the new game to make it decent and better than what Advanced Warfare was. Obviously, there's hopefully not going to be jetpacks or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about that. But that's most people's main concern, that Sledgehammer's making the game, and they already made a game that we didn't like. So we don't really have that much faith in them. But Sledgehammer also helped create the Modern Warfare series, Modern Warfare 3 in particular, I'm pretty certain. They had their hands in the development of that game, which was still the most popular Call of Duty game to this day. And there were some people who didn't like Modern Warfare 3 as well, but I enjoyed Modern Warfare 3. I thought it was a good game. I think it's still my most played Call of Duty game in terms of time played. I think I have like a 25 days played on Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, I no-life that game. But I for one am optimistic about what Sledgehammer can bring to the table for a World War II Call of Duty. Because I mean, let's just being honest, like, it's a World War II Call of Duty. Like, the blueprint has been laid for you so many times. I find it difficult to see how you could possibly mess that up. So I'm gonna be optimistic, and I really think that if this is done the right way, they capture the classic World War II gritty, messy, hardcore, but still arcade-ish, you know, Call of Duty gameplay that made the game enjoyable and so popular in the first place, then I really think that this game could be something special, and it could bring Call of Duty back to its glory days. You know, there was a time where you mentioned first-person shooter, you meant Call of Duty, and that's it. This is the only first-person shooter a lot of people played, and it's still that way for some people, but it's drastically skewed in the other direction. You know, a lot of people have jumped ship to Battlefield, Overwatch, or other games just because they don't enjoy Infinite Warfare or the direction Call of Duty has gone these days. So if this is done the right way, I truly believe that Call of Duty can be on the forefront once again, where it's selling 20 million plus copies, having millions of people online playing at one time. Do you remember those days in Modern Warfare days where there would be millions of people online in each playlist? All the playlists will be populated. Well, not all the playlists, but most of the playlists will be populated. You never had trouble finding a game, ever, because everybody played Call of Duty. Man, it feels like a long time ago, but it really wasn't that long ago. So I would love for those days to come back, because Call of Duty is one of those games that will always hold a special place in my heart, because it's always just been one of those games that I played a lot of. I spent a lot of time playing the game. So if they decide to bring it back to the classic Call of Duty gameplay feel, I would be all for that. And a lot of people are also hesitant because they feel the new Call of Duty will be too slow, because, you know, we're used to 3D movement, exo jump packs, and wall running and stuff. That boots on the ground may feel just too slow to a lot of people, and I don't think that will be an issue, because to this day I can still go back, play Modern Warfare 2, 3, even Ghosts, and have a good time. You know, the game doesn't feel slow to me at all. It just feels, you know, like a regular first-person shooter. The only thing you have to keep in mind is map design. So if you design the maps properly, then that shouldn't be an issue whether or not the gameplay is too slow, because the maps will complement the speed of the game. So with all that being said, I'm optimistic. Hopefully Sledgehammer does a good job and they do it right. They had 3 years to work on the game, so hopefully it shows when the game releases, unlike Infinite Warfare. It feels like it took them 6 months to make that game. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Ultimately, I do think Call of Duty can be brought back to life and put on the forefront once again. So that's gonna end my little video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I really appreciate if you guys dropped a like on my channel. That would really mean a lot to me and help me grow in this space of here, YouTube. So I appreciate you watching, guys. Once again, this is Prodigy. Thank you for listening.